RTE News on Radio 1 with Shane McGowan. Good evening. A US State Department spokesperson has warned that the opening of a key gas pipeline between Russia and Western Europe could be halted if Russia invades Ukraine. Stopping the Nord Stream 2 project, which is designed to double Russia's gas exports to Germany, could be among a number of sanctions imposed in the event of an invasion. Russia has denied it was planning an attack following concerns about a build-up of troops near Ukraine's borders in recent weeks. Victoria Nuland, US Undersecretary of State, said the project was a consideration.
We continue to have very strong and clear conversations with our German allies, and I want to be clear with you today. If Russia invades Ukraine, one way or another, Nord Stream 2 will not move forward.
The Russian ambassador to Ireland, Yuri Filatov, has been invited to attend the Oireachtas Committee on Foreign Affairs next week to discuss tensions on the Ukrainian border and planned naval exercises by Russia off the southwest coast of Ireland. Irish fishing industry representatives today met the Russian ambassador to raise concerns about the potential curtailment or wiping out of catches due to the drills, which are scheduled to take place over 5 days next week. In a statement tonight, an embassy spokesperson described the meeting as productive, but said there was no discussion of guarantees. The statement added that the ambassador understood that the exercises would not adversarially affect the traditional fishing areas, given their scale and location. Earlier, the Department of Transport issued a marine notice advising seafarers of the serious safety risks and to avoid the area during the drills. All staff members at the Department of Foreign Affairs who were present at a celebratory gathering on the 17th of June 2020 are to be questioned as part of an internal review into the event. The celebration at Ivy House was held after Ireland was elected to the United Nations Security Council. Under the terms of reference, all staff members present are to be interviewed and will be obliged to furnish any documentation deemed necessary. A final report by the Department Secretary General, Joe Hackett, is to be completed by next Monday. The Department of Health has been notified of 5,265 new cases of COVID-19. A further 4,673 positive antigen test results were registered through the HSE portal. This morning there were 708 people in hospital with the virus, with 71 in intensive care units.
RTE Radio 1 weather with Grant. Why not upgrade to an award-winning Grant Vortex boiler for reliable, efficient, lower-cost heating? Think heating, think Grant.
Dry tonight with clear spells for a time, but cloud increasing from the west later. Lowest temperatures 1 to 4 degrees, coldest in the east and Midlands with patchy frost. That's all from the newsroom for the moment.
If you love politicians like I do, please listen to this urgent appeal. We found this poor creature tied to a Dáil Éireann seat. She was starving and dying with cold. She hadn't had attention for at least 25 seconds. If it wasn't for helppoliticians.org, she would have died during the night. Tired, alone, afraid. And then there's little Leo. He too was found in an appalling condition in Dáil Éireann after a night out with the lads. Very young lads too. They looked underage. All alone in the world without anyone to care for him. He looks such a desolate figure. And who can forget Micheál Martin there in the Dáil, looking alone and desperate, needing a loving hand and a few brown envelopes that were not coming. We can't let this happen to politicians we love. His skin had become infected and he'd been in agony for at least 12 years. Brown envelopes rubbing against his bare thigh. What a horrendous sight for any politician. Where is our heart and our sympathies? You could see the desperation in his eyes there all alone in Dáil Éireann. These are just 3 politicians that we know of. It's shocking, isn't it? Seeing innocent politicians in such a state. We really have to help them, don't we? Without people like you contributing to the welfare of politicians, we might have more politicians in desperate need who are out there alone, struggling to survive with only 2 or 3 brown envelopes stuffed every week. We can't let that happen. So please, give what you can. Text, give it to politicians at 666 or telephone 1-800-ringsatan.com to help out a few politicians in need. And just give €5 a day to the upkeep of politicians who need desperate care. Your money could provide a politician with an extra holiday to Lanzarote every 2 weeks. Look, we're meant to be a nation who loves their politicians, so dig deep. So can you give today? You can make a real difference. I mean, look at Mary Lou here today, after the intervention. Look at her bright, smiling face. Look what you can do for Irish politicians. Dig deep, be kind. Alright, ta-ra.